Hey everyone, we're going to talk today a little bit about what it's like to build a home here in Palm Coast, Florida. And we've got 5 things that you're really going to want to know, and that's all up next. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, I'm Bill Bishop, this is Dana Fazio, and we're real estate agents here in Palm Coast, Florida, and we talk to people all the time about what it's like to live, work, and play and retire here in Palm Coast. And if you want some help in relocating here, we've got your back. Alright, so we absolutely love hearing from people. We hear from people on this channel all the time, and they're asking us a lot about what it's like to build a home here in Palm Coast. Now, if you have any questions and you want us to help you out with any kind of relocation here, just hit us up with a phone call or a text, and all of our contact information is below. As well as, hit that subscribe button, that little notifications bell, and you'll get notified of any time we have a new video. So with that said, we're going to get into a topic that we've been really talking to a lot of our customers about, and that is what it's like to build a home here. And we've got 5 things that we really want to talk about. And one of the things that kind of bothers me a little bit about right now is that we're working with customers where they'll go to a builder, and as soon as you give that builder your information as a customer, you basically forfeit your rights to any kind of representation by an agent or anybody, myself or anybody. So once that builder basically gets your information, they have you. So is that kind of what you're finding as well?
Right. If you don't go in with an agent, someone to guide you, or an attorney or some type of representation, and you ahead of time, then they can just go ahead and work with you one-on-one, and that's fine. If you're okay with that. But if it's always better to have someone experienced, knowledgeable, knows the area, knows what can come up, or you will have to do you'll want to do extensive research before you even begin the process. So that's why we always suggest, whenever you're going to relocate, go to a new area, or do a huge investment asset like building a home, to get as much knowledge and information as you can. And so that's why we're here also, is to help you with that, and then let you know that even Bill himself has gone through this whole process of building a house here.
There are some things that that I found out when I was building. I built this house, and I went through a builder that basically it was a one-page contract that he had, but that's no longer the case. I think we're finding out that a lot of builders, and that's kind of comes to our second point, and I wanted to talk about was the difference between a builder contract and your standard contract that you're going to use when you buy a house. Now, when you buy a house, it's kind of a, what would you call it? It's kind of the state. It's like the state approved contract that everybody uses, all the agents use, whereas the builder contracts are their contracts. So in a nutshell, the builder contracts are going to protect the interests of the builder, and the contracts that we use when we're selling just regular homes that are just on the market are really meant to protect both the seller and the buyer. Is that kind of what you're finding?
Right, exactly, because builders only want to use their contracts, and that's why they're all going to be different, and it varies from builder to builder. We have
an attorney that we can recommend that can look over the builder contracts, because every builder contract is going to be completely different. So those are one of the things, and again, they're trying to protect their interests. As a consumer, if you're going to go out and build a home, you need to know these things prior to walking in and giving them your information, because if you like that builder and you decide that you want to have somebody come in and be, say, the eyes on the ground, like we have a lot of times where builders or people are building remotely, and we're out there on site, and if there's any problems, to try to figure out what the solutions are.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so one more thing, we both know my mom. Now my mom, before she came down here, she thought she was being so cost efficient, I guess, because to get a set of plans done now is, well, we'll go over that, but there are a lot of companies out there, houseplans.com, plans.com, that sell these plans, and they're usually they can be $750. And that's what my mom did. She went out and bought a set of plans, and they immediately became worthless, because what they claim in the little plan when they buy them is that you can just take these to the builder and the builder can build your home. Well, that's not the case.
I mean, that might be the case in the Midwest, areas where there's lots of land and acreage,
Right.
and
Where there's no.
but
Yeah.
for specific area like Flagler County, there's building codes, and there's height restrictions. There's so many different things that those plans may just not work at all.
No,
There's just
no.
not going to happen. So it's better to not do that, and if you're looking for custom, because you want something custom, to work with a custom home builder, and they can customize a plan that fits with the area with you.
Keep in mind as well that if you do go to a custom builder, or if you come into town and you want to work with an architect, that they're out far as well, and they're charging a lot more to do the plans that you need to submit through permitting in the city and all that stuff. All right, so item number 3 that we really wanted to talk about was actually picking the builder. So that's one of the things, the tasks that I guess our customers are asking us to do, is to say, based upon how much we want to spend, those types of things, will you help us pick a builder? And some of the things you're running into with customers you're working with as well, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And some customers, they want certain floor plans, and some builders are custom, so you can design your own floor plan as long as they can get it approved. But some have specific floor plans, and some of them don't only have ranch homes. They don't do upstairs with bedrooms, or 2 stories. They don't do 2 stories, or they only have ranch floor plans, things like that. Also, some builders will not build on your lot if you already own a lot. Some builders will. Some builders are low end. Some are semi-custom, so you can pick a few things, change a few things with the plans. Some will only build
concrete homes, like some
Right.
only build the concrete, some only concrete construction,
and some are
Yeah.
only stick built.
Right.
Stick built. Another thing I noticed was some are not allowing you to pick upgrades or options. They want you to just, they're only doing spec homes, and when a home becomes available, it's usually about 30 days before it's actually totally finished, but you don't get any choices. What's there is there. So some have good standard features that they're having there in those homes, like laminate, granite, and others don't. They have what they call
Some sort of engineered laminate or something like that.
I can't remember the name, but
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a better quality, but not as good as granite. So,
And those standards all fluctuate from builder to builder, so you just never know really what you're going to be getting. I mean, so those are really good points about picking a builder. All right, so one of the things we're running into with a lot of our customers is they're getting into these contracts, and they're running up into some hidden costs, and it could be anything. one of the things that builders are using right now is a escalation clause in their contract, which basically states that any increased costs in a particular material or anything, and they're all worded a little differently. So again, but you know, these things are, the builders are protecting themselves. And one of the things, you had a friend of yours that had this experience.
Yeah, well, this friend of
Wasn't
mine, well, and the way I've explained, the way that's explained to me.
I mean, she was kind of bad. She was kind of pissed off, actually.
So there's a budget for everything,
Right.
and if you're building a custom home, they give you so much. They'll give you, say, $5,000 for appliances,
Yeah.
$4,000
Right.
for lighting fixtures, and then there's also, you know, lot development. So if it costs more than that budget of $6,000 or $9,000, then you will get an invoice. She knew that things could cost more because it's in the contract, but you know, it's thousands of dollars
Right.
more. So that's a huge invoice that she's getting. And you know, they're covered, it's in the contract, but people that may not be aware, may not know that they're going to experience these unexpected costs. And it's really something that you should be aware of before you even sign the contract, and you know, possibly how much it could be.
Yeah. And just even so, there's a couple other things too, is that what kind of upgrades you can get and what those upgrades cost. Those are all different. And sometimes, you know, builders will mark those upgrades up quite a bit, and you're almost better taking the standard and then upgrading later after you've already closed. So those are,
Right.
yeah, go ahead.
And that's more, you know, when you have your options and your upgrades. But with custom home building, you have a specific
Yep.
budget. So if you want the nicer refrigerator and it's $10,000 and you only have $2,000 for a refrigerator, you will be paying that.
Right. I saw an interesting stat today too, and this was on one of the morning shows I was watching, but that for the first time ever, the average price of a home is $500,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I thought that was kind of interesting. And you know, in Flagler County here, I think our average price of our home is significantly less than that. It's probably around, last time I looked, it was around 340, 350,000. So if you're looking at 500,000 on the national average, 350 here, even after you build a home and you buy a lot, let's just say, you know, you're getting a hell of a home, I think, for that $500,000 mark. So anyway, that was a fun fact I wanted to throw out there for our YouTube audience. Hope you enjoyed that.
A $500,000 home is really nice here.
Yes, $500,000 can get you a lot of home here. So, and you're out by the beach, which is even a...
Or, you know, 10, 15-minute drive to the beach.
Exactly, there you go.
And there's very little traffic.
Very little traffic.
It's not, and you don't have to pay to park at the beach.
There's actually no traffic
There's
here. We
lots
don't
of
have
parking,
traffic
and
here.
you can just park and walk right to
Yeah,
it.
you just park and walk. Bike. So spec builders are all over right now. Either they're buying their own lots and putting homes on and just putting them on the market. Now we're finding all kinds of different situations for different builders. Dana ran into a couple the other day, but what was that one that you ran into where they had the 30-day window?
Oh, yeah.
And then, so one of our builders here in town, one of our fairly large builders here in town has a particular method of way they build homes. But I'll have Dana.
Well, they just have spec homes that they're building all over the city in all the different sections, and you don't know where they are. You can go look at their model homes, and they might tell you what's going to be coming up, but it actually doesn't go on the market until 30 days before it's ready to be completed, and then there's a 7-day bidding period.
7-day
to
bidding
get the
period.
highest bid.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and
We're kind of the eyes on the ground. So if you're competing in this market as a buyer, which, to be honest, almost every agent here in town has multiple buyers looking to purchase property.
for sure.
And so the reality here in Florida and in Palm Coast, doesn't matter where you are, you're going to be competing. There's going to be competing bids on almost all these properties. So it's either compete for those homes and maybe spend a year doing it. You said you have
Yeah.
that we're working with buyers all the way back from October.
Yeah, I have
that
clients from October
Yeah.
that had their specific price range. It's really high.
Yeah, right.
We're looking at 5 full months of looking for a home, and in that time, well,
You
they
could have
could have
been-
started the building process.
Yeah, you could have been well into the building process, possibly even had a foundation by then after 5 months. So, these are decisions. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say with the spec homes, some of them are just getting them out within 10 months.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowing you to pick anything, and they're not coming on the market till they're almost done. So those are the really quick ones, 10 months. But ones that you pick a lot and build, or they already have a lot for you and you're going to be building, we're getting quotes anywhere from 12 to 18 months, with the average being around 15 months.
Yeah. So the builders are in the catbird seat, so to speak, here in this market, and pretty much any market here in Florida. So I hope, anyway, these 5 points that we kind of covered today gave you some good information if you're thinking about moving here, relocating here to Palm Coast. And we hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're interested, hit that notifications bell, and you get notified of any upcoming videos. Hit that subscribe button as well, and hit us up with a phone call or text message. We love hearing from people who are reaching out to us, wanting to figure out what it's like to live, work, play, and retire here in Palm Coast. We love it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, you have anything else? Nothing? No,
Yeah,
nothing.
just reach out to any questions you might
Yeah.
have. We're happy to answer any
Yeah.
texts, phone calls. It can be about anything related to lending, to building, to available properties. We're here to help.
Yeah, sounds good. So until next time, bye-bye. Bye. Say bye.
Bye. Say bye.